Hello, my name is Peyton Peterson. I am a senior at Silver Creek High School. I'm here with Elise Jones. She is running to be the Boulder County Commissioner for District 1. Elise, tell us a little bit about what you plan to do if you became the commissioner.
Well, I have several priorities. One, fighting poverty. More than 42,000 people in Boulder County live below the poverty level, including 25% of kids under the age of 5. It's unconscionable. We need to do something about that. So I'm committed to trying to help families find a pathway out of poverty and to close the educational achievement gap that exists between poor and rich kids. So that's one. Two, the environment. We have a number of tough issues we need to tackle here. Fracking for oil and gas is one. Climate change is another doozy we need to deal with. We need to also address the use of genetically modified organisms on county open space. So there's a couple of the many environmental issues that I'd like to work on. And then the third priority is transit. As you probably know, voters approved the Fast Tracks transit system back in 2004. We've been paying out in Boulder County, but we haven't gotten our transit yet. That needs to change. I'm committed to bringing transit to Boulder County and also pushing to have eco-passes in the pockets of every Boulder County resident. Because if you have an eco-pass, you're 9 times more likely to use transit. That's good for them, it's good for our air, it's good for traffic.
Back to education, you said you wanted to close the gap between high and low level in education levels. What exactly do you plan to do to make that happen?
Well, as you probably know, the educational achievement gap in Boulder County is one of the worst in the state, and it's getting even wider year by year. And a lot of that's falling down along racial lines, where poor Latino kids are showing up at the classroom door already behind, and they never catch up, and they're less likely to graduate from high school, get jobs, and then we find ourselves in a cycle of poverty. So one of the things that we can do as the county is to work with our nonprofit partners, work with the school districts to invest in early childhood education. So what happens between birth and 3 and 4 years old before a child ever gets to kindergarten, helping make sure that they have good daycare, that we get more kids into Head Start, and that kids are having the food and the shelter that they need, and that their families have the resources to raise them is a key element. And then we also need to continue to provide services throughout kids' middle and high school education. So if there's problems, we can intervene. Because, you know, if you're not getting enough to eat, you don't have a place to live, you're not getting support in the home, then you're not going to thrive like other kids can. And it's really important that we invest in every single kid in Boulder County.
I definitely agree. Thank you for your time, Elise.